first announced around 48 hours ago. At number 1, we have Neverness to Everness. Technically, this game is a free-to-play open-world anime with the aim to compete with something as big as Genshin Impact. As you can see, it actually offers a urban setting just like that. It's coming to iOS and Android too, PCs and also the PlayStation 5 sometime next year, initially actually on mobiles. Now, you can pre-register the game on mobiles now. It's actually from the same developers of the famous mobile game Tower of Fantasy.
Is this real? How can you define the boundary?
Focus. You were sent to save them.
We don't know where they are. We don't know how much time they have left.
Announced roughly a week ago, at number 2 we have Black State. This is a brand new Unreal Engine 5 military first-person and third-person stealth-based shooter in which you play as an elite member of a secret group of scientists called the Architects, who've summoned you for a mission with a untold concept about some cataclysmic events on Earth. Now, this game does have quite a bit of photorealistic elements. We're not sure if it's coming to any consoles other than PCs at this point.
Over there! Move, move, move! Watch out!
Coming in at number 3, we've got something called Yuangong's Sword Awakening. This is a third-person melee action combat game developed by a small Chinese developer made with the use of Unreal Engine 5 too. Yuangong's Sword Awakening is somewhat similar to the game Wuchang Fallen Feathers. We actually got over 30 minutes of its gameplay trailer this week with more details on story on the way. This game is coming to PCs and all platforms sometime next year. Number 4, we've got an action RPG classic inspired by the Dark Messiah, The Might and Magic, announced roughly a month ago going by the name Alkahest. This is actually a semi-Souls-like action RPG adventure set in a murky medieval world featuring minor resemblance to other games such as Kingdom Comes and Dishonored even. This game is coming to PCs exclusively next year. There's a Steam page also available to wishlist the game right now.
Carter! Is that you?
First of all, Decadent received an update indicating that it is now coming to PCs, PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X either late 2024 or early next year. Not just that, we also got another trailer for it, gameplay. Like I've said it before, I'm not sure whether if this is a exactly horror game, because it sure looks familiar, but Decadent is a Unreal Engine 5 indie project sitting on Edge as a psychological story-driven first-person shooter about this guy's anniversary of a big incident. It's a good-looking game, just waiting for its official release at this point. Phantom Blade Zero was resurfaced last month and delivered another new gameplay trailer too. The Summer Game Festival was a kind of a blast one more time, and the Phantom Blade Zero was once again one of its crown jewels. There is a demo on the way for Phantom Blade Zero. This game, for those of you unfamiliar though, is one of the most fast-paced and brutal action hack and slashes on the way we've seen for the past few months. The game is a Souls-like action adventure and its developer's first work. Check it out in case you missed it. For those of you who missed it, Xbox announced Gears of War E-Day, which is the next mainline game in the Gears of War universe, set during the pivotal Emergence Day. Now fans know this has been over 5 years since Gears 5, and they've been patiently waiting on an update ever since until we got this. A cinematic, which is subject to a bit of controversy these days, but this trailer might not even remotely resemble gameplay. Either way, Gears of War E-Day is built with use of Unreal Engine 5 and there's no release window for it just yet. Marvel's Wolverine now has a release window of early to mid 2025, no longer fall 2024. The game is a PlayStation 5 exclusive. Ever since January, this project has been the frontrunner of most AAA projects, and there's countless rumors on what exactly the game will eventually be in nature. If it's any consolation, Insomniac has said that it won't fall too far off what they are good at, which is their Spider-Man games, meaning it's highly likely an open-world action-adventure, story-driven, linear game.
Find something exciting! Shouldn't have messed with me! Short!
If you miss out on its official news, well, the next Doom game is a dark fantasy once again, as if, well, Dooms weren't medieval enough. Bethesda and ID Software announced a follow-up to 2019's Doom Eternal, which is set in a distant past with you as a kingdom's last hope against all legions of hell. This Doom Dark Ages is actually inspired by the original Doom 1993, with some vicious melee combat and even heavier machines to handle. This game is coming out early next year.
You mentioned something about research for a story. Frank West.
Remember that name, because the whole world's gonna know it in 3 days.
Now, for those of you who missed it, last week Capcom announced that the first Dead Rising game is getting a Deluxe Remaster. There aren't really much details out there just yet, but developers promised enough improvement on graphics and detailing and a new voiceover. So much that makes this game look like a fully fledged remake than a remaster. Here's the thing, Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster is actually coming out September 19. We just got another trailer for it today. It's coming to PCs, Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5 only.
This is my store! A customer! Край, чарівний край черемоша і прута. Ти моя любов, ти рідна матінко моя.
S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2 Heart of Chornobyl, on the other hand, has been the subject to a lot of our lists on the channel, and the last time we talked about it, we didn't think it will actually come out within 2024. The good news is Ukrainian developers finally came out with a Gone Gold final release date of September 5 this year, coming to PCs, Xbox Series X, and remaining Microsoft exclusive. They released another trailer for it, this time it's called The Time of Opportunities, which is probably hinting at the infinite amount of opportunities you get to die in this game, is what it means. Also, if you like, you can pre-purchase the game on Steam and other stores as well. Coming in at number 12, we have Eternal Strands, debuted a few months back in case you missed it. This game is the action-adventure third-person player inspired by the Monster Hunters and the Shadow of Colossus. It's the company's first work and this is its first gameplay trailer. Now, Eternal Strands is made with the use of Unreal Engine 5 and set to be coming out to PCs and the next generation of consoles by the end of the year. That being said, Nexon, the same Korean developers in charge of the game Blue Archive, the mobile games mostly, they have another new project in the making made with the use of Unreal Engine 5 going by the name Vindictus, Defying Fate. Announced roughly a month ago, this game is another action RPG hack and slasher that shares the same universe with the MMORPG Vindictus original. It's now coming to PCs, PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X by the end of the year we hear. Actually, there will be a beta testing taking place soon. Coming in at number 14, we have Infinitesimals. Well, Infinitesimals is a third-person action-adventure story-driven game where you play as aliens who stand only 1 millimeter tall. Technically speaking, you play as an alien soldier who's caught within a huge conflict between several factions and their long war. This game seems to utilize Unreal Engine 2, it's set to be coming to PCs exclusively sometime next year. Last but not least, we've got 45 Parabellum Bloodhound. This is an active time action game inspired by the famous old Parasite Eve games, where positioning and chaining skills is just the key to survival in each battle. The rest is up to you to figure out. This action RPG is actually from the same developers of the famous game Valhalla, VA11 HAL, technically Valhalla, Cyberpunk Bartender, and offers a similar setting too. It's coming to PCs exclusively sometime next year.